morning, everybody. We're starting the day out just with a quick little fill up for both tractors on the farm here. I'll use the fuel trailer, and I got this tractor filled up with diesel and diesel exhaust fluid. And I greased the front axles and all the steering components of that tractor this morning. And Grant is just blowing out the radiator, so it's ready to go for all day long. The 8R340 is hooked up to this Orthman root slicer that has this little chopping component on front, which is really cool. I have never run either of these machines, so I'm looking forward to doing that today. And the big tire tractor is hooked up to the disc, and I think Grant will be running this today. And just so you know, he did that, not me. Per usual, it is super windy outside, so we'll see if this microphone helps any. Let's just do a little comparison. So on this one, do you see how the blades touch or are very close to touching? Like that? Okay. Well, look at this. That is not going to work, not going to give us an even job. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be moving this one that way. So I'm going to loosen both of these and then loosen this, screw this inwards. That's going to push this one closer, and I'll adjust it to when they're both touching, and then tighten, tighten, tighten. And we should be good to go. Rut slicing is a pretty speedy operation, going at 12.3 miles an hour right now. Auto steer is engaged, meaning that I do not touch the steering wheel. If I touch the steering wheel, it disengages and then drives all over the place, and I would be in control. But we have RTK GPS, and that is leading me dead straight on my rows. Here's what it looks like behind me. We're kicking up some amount of dirt, but those little choppers are just eating those corn stalks, and then the little discs just throw them out the back. It's really cool, and it leaves a really nice finished product. So a little fun fact for you guys. Root slicing was the first tractor job that I ever did all by myself. I was gonna say it's a pretty hard job to mess up, but I suppose you can mess up any job if you try hard enough. You're just driving in a straight line, and we're prepping the field for planting. This tractor, like I said, has the E23 transmission, not the IVT, so it's definitely taking some getting used to, but I just pressed this button, so you can run it kind of like an IVT, so I'm not touching this any, I just have it in forward, and then I'm using the throttle to control how fast or slow that I go. I'm getting more used to it. I'm definitely getting more used to it. Now this is nice. The field comes out perfectly even. Last row is one right by the ditch. This 80 took me no time at all. Holy cow. That was fast. Thought I would get out of the cab and show you guys what our job is actually doing here. 1 second. There we go. Alright, so I've given you guys kind of an up close of the bar. Here's those little chopping, spinning things. Here are the other chopping, spinning things. These are like the actual stock pullers here. And this is the after. I'll show you some before, but essentially the stock is reduced to just some organic matter that sits kind of in between the rows. This is where we'll actually plant right here. And it's just a really nice smooth surface. Like here is where the blade actually went. You can see that. So our seed bed is just gonna go right in there. I'll show you what it would have looked like before. Here is the before. So, I mean, I guess technically you could plant on that, but the planter would be bouncing all over the place. So it really just chopped those stalks up and ripped those root balls. That's what a root ball looks like. I mean, that is like concrete, like in there. Just reduced it to nothing. It's really, really cool. Time to fold up and move to the next field. The power of hydraulic cylinders is so cool. I was just thinking, like, there's no earthly way I could ever lift that bar, but with just the holding of my finger on a button, they bend at my will. I don't know. It's just really, really cool. We have arrived at our second location. This is the field that's by Interstate 80. So if you're ever driving on I-80, be sure to wave. I mean, it's not super likely that we'll be out here, but you never know. You might see me. So I'm just going to unfold, put my wings in float, meaning that when I say the wings, I mean it's this part, the part that folds in and out. That way, if I go through any draws, it can kind of adjust as necessary. And then we will be doing this entire field twice, like going over it once and then going over it again. So we'll see how much of it I can get done today. After running the tractor for a couple hours, as far as the transmission goes, I would say it's just, there you go. It's kind of jerky. It's like the tractor can't quite figure out which gear to be in. And so sometimes it kind of bogs down and then it tries to self-correct, and I don't know. Like, it's not horrible. It's just not my favorite. So I just kind of got going here, but I just got off the phone with Grant, and we have a hired kid that comes around and helps us with different things. And he was running the big tire tractor for Grant today, hooked up to the disc, and he got stuck, apparently. So I don't know a lot of the details because Grant had really bad cell phone reception, but Grant said, fold up, come home, we need the tractor and the big rope. So let's see what we're getting into. I'm nervous, honestly. All right, folks, this is what we're working with here. I realize it might not look that bad, but this is some really heavy stuff. I mean, look at that. And the ground doesn't feel that soft under your feet, but there is definitely a lot of moisture in here, which I guess is a good thing. Soil is holding moisture, but this is, if you can see, kind of like a draw on the field. And this is essentially where all the water drains right here. So this is probably going to be wet for a long time. Check that out. Do you think the rope will pull it out? I don't know. We'll see. So I'll be honest here, I've never actually really experienced a stuck tractor. So I really don't know how this is going to go. Grant is just going to pull the rope tight, and I have my diff lock on, 4-wheel drive on. We're going to try to pull it out with the disc still hooked up, but we might have to unhook the disc. I don't know, we'll see. All right, you guys ready? Oh, I think we're gonna get it, guys. Look at that. Just slowly working our way out. Oh, those are some holes right there. Slowly but surely. Oh, I'm so glad this is working. I was really nervous. Got it. So hired kid, his name is Gage, and no need to blame him. There is literally text evidence of Grant telling him to disc that specific spot. He had been going around it, so no offense, Grant, but technically the tractor getting stuck was his fault. But Gage is a kid that's been working for us for the past couple months, just helping us with some odds and ends, and you will be seeing a lot more of him. It's fun to have another guy around here helping run the tractor and stuff. So thanks, Gage. Sorry, Grant. But really, thanks to Yankum Ropes, because I don't know, when they sent that thing out, I said that I probably would never use it because we never gotten a tractor stuck. It works, and way safer than a chain. So Yankum Ropes to the rescue, and now I can head back out to the field and finish rut slicing. That is certainly one of the interesting parts about farming, is that you never know what is going to happen next. Every single day is a new adventure. Truly, every day I wake up and I have like some semblance of a plan. You know, I have some goals, some things I'd like to accomplish, but I just know that every single day is going to be different. And it's really fun to take you guys along, because you guys are finding out what's happening at the same time that I am. We're really in this together. I didn't quite get the whole field done because of the whole excursion to rescue the tractor. I had to drive quite a long ways, but we did get it out, so that's what really matters. And I got most of this field done, so I will have to come back. But you just never know what's gonna happen around here, truly. Every single day is just such an adventure. So I appreciate you guys coming along with me, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.